Welcome to another episode of the Defy Life Spotlight. It's your host, J.R. Glymph, and I'm joined by a very special couple of guests. I have from Pagame Entertainment, I have C.H.A.N.C.E, the Black Seed, and Legend. What's good with you fellas?
What's up, baby? My man, JR, Defy Life, what it is.
I ain't nothing, man. What's good? It's good to hear from y'all.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having us on, man. Just, man, ready to take off into orbit, man. Timing, and God is good.
Damn right. No doubt. For those of you who don't know, C.H.A.N.C E and Legend have, they're from Buffalo, New York. You know, everybody knows about the Buffalo rap scene, but I want to really get to know about it. And I really want to get to know you guys. So tell us a little bit about yourselves, man. So who are C.H.A.N.C E, the Black Seed, and Legend?
Hey, man, C.H.A.N.C E, the Black Seed, man. I'm just a young brother, just a young, dirty young boy from Central Park, you know what I mean? Jewett Ave, Buffalo, New York, man. Just trying to make the best possible music or the experience, you know what I mean, that I had coming up out of that hood, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really that's what I'm talking about, just that experience from that hood in that era.
Absolutely.
Crack era.
Nice.
Word, and your man Legend, same. I'm from the town, you know what I mean? Definitely shout out Buffalo, New York, shout out the state as a whole, but upstate we moving, you know what I'm saying? Rochester, Albany, Syracuse, you know what I mean? Always been on that, the whole state. I know coming from New York, you know what I mean, because New York City is the Mecca, that's what everybody identifies with, but it's a whole state, and I'm definitely shouting out the city, but upstate we really moving, man. Buffalo, New York, doing big things, and myself, Jen, Return of the Golden Pen, you know what I'm saying? I got my pen woke up. I'm with my brother C.H.A.N.C E. We do this real rap music, this real hip-hop music for real, and just real excited, man. Right now, we about to drop his third EP. He been grinding for a couple years. He came out with the Black Seed CD a couple years ago. We dropped the Escovitch EP last year. And then the upcoming project is called Fresh Out the Plastic. And we got a lot of fire and a lot of heat. So just really anxious to hear people's reaction and to continue to build on real rap music and hip-hop and just kind of add another layer and another chamber to it.
No doubt. So tell us about that first single, man, Crack. Where'd it come from? I heard it. You sent it to me. It's dope as fuck. I'm excited to get that spread out there, man. More people need to hear it. Tell me about that first single.
You like that Crack?
Man, yo, it's dope.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. My brother, the first person heard it before I even laid it down. You know what I mean? So, I really was just honestly just talking about a real life experience. That's real. That's my real life.
All right.
I really wasn't trying to make it for nobody or radio or nothing. I was just making music.
Yeah, it's I love, music that's different, but it's memorable. And that's exactly how I describe it. Like I heard it, I was like, oh, this is different. But I only had to hear it once to remember parts of it. Like it definitely makes an impression, man. Solid work.
Absolutely, and definitely, man. I mean, Cousin is hella talented, man. The way we got the game set up right now was to have him come out first. I DJ as well, so when we kind of popped the movement off a couple years ago, I was still focused more on the DJ side. He hit me one day, man, and he sent me like a lot of music. Like we was down for a minute, he just sent me a lot of music, and it was same, man. It had an impact immediately. So that's my brother. So immediately, I'm like, yo, let me definitely jump behind you and help you out any way it can. And then they kind of just evolved into its own situation where right now, like you said, that the single, the main single off the Fresh Out the Plastic album, we got the dope video out right now. It's called Crack, Where It Come From. You can go to YouTube and put that in, Crack, Where It Come From, C.H.A.N.C E, the Black Seed. And it's fire, man. The beat is dope. And it's about creativity, man. Like I would say, as much as we got dope beats, we definitely bring a lot of flavor and creativity and diversity to it as well. So I'm pretty sure, like you, a lot of people enjoy that as far as that raw uncut too. So.
I'm right. Yeah, and can we expect more of the same? Because even the visuals from the video, like the visuals were hella dope to me. Again, it stood out. A lot of things that you don't see everywhere. but you get it. Definitely dope as fuck. Can we expect more of the same from Fresh Out the Plastic? What's that?
Shout out to Crack Station Films. They did that video for me. Crack Station.
Word. That's dope. Can we expect more of the same? Visually, audio. From the audio, from the beats. Can we expect more of that same feeling from Fresh Out the Plastic?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is the best project we came with. The first couple joints, the first couple projects we came with since we've been back at it. I don't even think we knew we was putting together. And it just, the Fresh Out the Plastic, it came together the right way. The other stuff was being forced. When you force music, don't come out right. This Fresh Out the Plastic was done smoothly.
Absolutely, and like I was telling you before, JR too, it's pretty dope, man. Like I said, you hear me all the time. I just say God is good because, as an independent artist, or from an artist standpoint, regardless of what genre of music, being able to have dope production and being able to have dope beats, a lot of times, because you may not have a budget or a ton of money to spend, you kind of have to settle for average or mediocre beats. You may have to go the mixtape route and rhyme or sing over other people's stuff, but we've really been blessed with a heavy batch of producers who are dope and like making a name for themselves. We kind of tagging up to make a name for ourselves. So it's definitely that raw, uncut. Right. But at the same time, man, the diversity, I'm telling y'all, you're going to love it, man. It's really like, man, I think about everything we got in the chamber right now. And, man, just like I said, the diversity in the sound of the music is there, but the quality of the music is not being compromised on no level. Like, it's not like we stretching or reaching or trying to do something specially for radio or especially for this and for that. We just get in dope beats and we come up with some dope concepts, and the bars is heavy. And, man, it's coming out beautiful. It's like my brother said, over the course of time, that's how things are supposed to get. You're supposed to get better and better. And by far, man, this third project, this Fresh Out the Plastic coming out, is definitely the most heat we didn't had up to date.
Good shit. So, as I mentioned earlier, the Buffalo hip hop scene is flourishing right now, especially with a lot of people knowing and seeing Griselda taking off. What sets the Buffalo rap scene apart? I know you said you guys like to remind people that this is an entire state. It's not just New York City. What sets the Buffalo rap scene apart?
Man, I think we had to be patient and be humble. I think I honestly think God got a lot to do with why Griselda where he at. Because I think he made us be patient, made us see the whole world. He know what kind of dirt and grind we come from, and he probably know he couldn't give us that blessing right then and there. He knew right. He said this is the perfect time for Buffalo to get on. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s and all that, I don't think it was time for Buffalo. So I think God got a lot to do with everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? How these boys is rocking, and they kicked in the door. And I've been buying CDs out their hands since they've been 14, 15 years old. They in their 30s. So I've been known about Griselda. So the sound and everything that come from Buffalo, man, it's just a humble sound. Like, we had to listen to everything that came before us, down south, Midwest, West Coast, East, you know what I mean, Brooklyn, Queens. We had to listen to everything before us, and it's just all in one package with them. And I just think everybody from Buffalo want to carry that on. And, man, it's like we're going to go on a strong 30, 40-year run, you know? That's just how I feel.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely excited. I'm always excited for new regions to kind of get their say in the game. And, Buffalo's definitely getting their say in the game. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, so I'm happy. I'm happy for them, and I'm happy they kicked the door in so I can get an opportunity.
Absolutely. Damn right. Oh. So this is the part I want to... Oh, yeah, right. And, it's good to see them, like you said, you see the opportunity, and all we want is an opportunity. That's what I say from anywhere. Just give me an opportunity. I'll take care of the rest. So it's good to see, that they got the opportunity, and that their advancement is giving other people an opportunity, and you get to take advantage of that. And like, again, you get to handle the rest.
Yeah, and then the big part too is, like, just from a standpoint of not having to compromise your music, You know how it is nowadays. And I can't even say nowadays. You know, I think people have to definitely always keep in mind and understand that it's a business. So a lot of times, you know, you have to kind of cater your music to a certain vibe. You have to make a song for a woman. Ladies, you have to make a song for radio. You have to make a song for a certain type of audience to be able to, you know, ultimately be in position to try to get a record deal and get more exposure. It's all about exposure. So it's good to just see the real rap scene kind of resurrecting and finding itself about. It really went anywhere, but it's about exposure. So it's good to be able to see that real rap, you know what I'm saying, heavy bar, you know, ill producers, kind of see that movement being able to get kind of back in the forefront a little bit, and it's step by step. But we definitely, without question, like I put my word on it, we definitely gonna be an intricate part helping that movement, you know what I mean, continue to grow to where artists can actually come out and be themselves and be accepted, you know what I mean, without having to compromise the quality of music or what they're doing. So just real happy and blessed, man, that we're going to be able to add that element to the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as you guys move forward, you know, of course, when you're making progress, you kind of see, but you got to keep your eye on the bigger picture. And you kind of have time to reflect on things. So as you move forward, what would be 3 artists that you that you would love to collab with, either dead or alive? Hypothetically speaking, give me 3 artists you love to collab with, dead or alive.
Oh, that's easy. You know, that's Old Dirty Bastard.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
That's Ghostface Killer.
Wow.
And shit, West Side Gun.
That'd be a hell of a studio session.
right.
Damn right. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Legend, would yours fall in line, or would you have 3 different ones?
Yeah, it'd probably be a little bit different. And respect all those soldiers right there. Man, I mean, it's been so many artists over the years and out now. It's hard to say. I mean, I would probably say like maybe like Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? Like R.I.P. my man Prodigy. But I was always digging, you know, coming up in New York. I was always a huge Mobb Deep fan, you know what I'm saying, especially Prodigy's beat. So Mobb Deep would definitely be, I would have loved to work with them as a team, but, you know, Prodigy still, I mean, Havoc's still alive and moving, so that'll be dope. From a producer standpoint, man, I got to shout out my man Alchemist. He's definitely one of my favorites of all times. Pete Rock is another one of my favorites of all time. I got to shout out Derringer, man. He's from my city. You know what I'm saying? He's really intricate behind that Griselda sound. And just like I said, man, it's really cool to have somebody from your hometown actually be a giant, and you know what I'm saying, on legendary status in the game. Another couple MCs real quick, man. I'm just going to go with a couple of my other deceased soldiers, man, because hip-hop we lost over the years, man. We lost a lot of music. And that's another reason you see the quality of music kind of going down some. But Big Pun and Big L, you know, both of those guys were spitters and died well before their time was up, before they really got into their prime. So those would be some of the people that I would enjoy and like to rock out with.
No doubt. Yeah. You know, so I know a lot of those names that we're influenced by, that we also would love to work with. Who would be your biggest like influences musically? Like people who inspired you and influenced your sound, your style, you know, your pen game, all that stuff. Who were your biggest influences?
That's Ghostface, Old Dirty, Sean Price,
right?
Really like Scarface, Cube, you know. And I mean, honestly, just to be honest, like the people I've been around that don't even do music is the reason why a lot of times what I write. A lot of people that was older older in the hood, just grandmothers or somebody that'll whoop you before your mama whoop you. That's people I inspire me to write this music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me, it's just a big conglomerate. Like I said, man, I was blessed enough, man. I think anybody who was able to be a part of that golden era hip hop really got blessed because there was such a diverse sound. And it was really about picking your poison, what you wanted to listen to. So from an influence standpoint, especially being a DJ and an artist, I mean, man, I could run with anybody from Nas, Black Moon, Jay-Z, Big, Tribe Called Quest, Big Pun, Fat Joe. Like, there's so many artists that came out of New York. If I went into some down south flavor, I mean, man, we used to, bump with Outkast, Uncle Luke, Scarface and the Ghetto Boys. In the Midwest, I got to shout out, back then Twister was doing his thing, Bone Thugs. We swing it out to the West Coast. We had artists like, obviously, Dr. Dre, the Dog Pound, Snoop, but it was a lot of other Cali artists as well. Your E40s, your Too Shorts, of the world. So, man, it's kind of like this. I think that's what you hear comprised in a lot of our music is just good music. You know what I'm saying? Like, when sometimes it's like the different day focus. You go through different moods. Sometimes when you're in the gym, sometimes when you're at work, sometimes you got certain things on your mind. Sometimes you just want to turn the lights out and have a drink or blow them and get lost in the zone. So I just shout out, man, real rap music and real hip-hop as a whole had a major influence on my life, and I'm real grateful and thankful that I was able to grow up in that era and have that type of appreciation where we could still bring that type of sound to the game today where things are a little bit more watered down and triggered towards one particular sound and ways, at the current moment, just getting a lot of mainstream attention.
Absolutely. All right. So, why do we always have this aha moment when we get into why we do what we do? Why do you
still
do
with us,
what
Jay?
Can you hear me? The question, this is more the foundation of who you are and why you do what you do. Just that. Why do you guys do what you do?
Man, you know what? I don't even know why I do music. I be waking up some days like, I can't believe I rap and people like it. I just do it. I can't even explain why I do music. It's just in me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I know for myself, it's legend checking in. I was born into music. My father was a DJ, so I came out the womb dancing, man. I remember being a kid, and it's funny now. I'm an adult, so I realize what's going on. But they used to put on music, and put me in the middle of the floor, and I'd be cutting the rug, and all my aunts and uncles, my mother and father, everybody be laughing at me. But no, shout out my pops, he was a DJ, so I grew up around music, man. I come from that era where it's not like today, where you can just take a laptop or your iPod and just plug into a system. We was literally carrying in, a casket that had a mixer and two turntables and coming right back and grabbing the speakers and the speaker stands and the amp and the preamp and the whole nine. And I remember going with my pops to record theater every single Friday, getting the latest, the new hottest, songs that came out that week. So it's in my blood, man. And I really do it as well to carry on tradition. You know what I'm saying? Like, as time has progressed and went on, like anything else with a lot of things that our people originate, from a culture standpoint, a tradition and heritage standpoint, we allow for things to get watered down. We allow for certain elements of what we do to get taken away. And like I said, no disrespect to any artist that's doing their things nowadays, but it's mainstream has really been watered down to one particular type of sound. And so it's important, especially for people from the East Coast. Like, I'm from New York, but it's about the East Coast for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I run with Philly, D.C., Baltimore, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont, Detroit, Chicago, VA, the city, like the whole upstate East Coast. I'm down here in Atlanta. Shout out my people in the A. Charlotte. Shout out my people where you at, JR, Winston-Salem. Like, I run with the whole East Coast, so it's really making sure that sound stays relevant and doesn't die away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be 10 years from now and real rap music, real hip hop music, artists who are actually dope at what they do. Everybody is trying to, you know what I'm saying, fall off and be one particular thing, man. So I really do this for the people and for my family, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a family to take care of. I'm dope at what I do. I know a lot about the business. So it's really about the culture as a whole, all the way down to the people in the streets, because a lot of this music that we make is music that helps people survive and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? To give them some type of motivation. Everybody can't do what we do. I can't do what a lot of other people do. So from a music standpoint, music is usually like a soundtrack for a lot of people, you know what I mean? And it gives a lot of people a lot of hope, a lot of inspiration. Or like I said, a lot of this music is like shit. When you got the crew over watching the football game on Sunday, or y'all watching the finals, or you banging out in the gym, or you just wake up early that morning and you on your way to a business meeting and you want to get in that mindset, you know what I mean? You throw on that Legend, you throw on that C, you throw on that Pagame music, you know?
All right. So we started this Defy Life thing as a way to give people like us, those who live life on our own terms, to give them a platform and basically give a middle finger to the establishment. How do you defy life?
Word, man. And I loved it. I got to definitely shout you out, man. Like, that's something that we can definitely identify with. You know what I mean? I loved when you came with that name, Defy Life. Like you said, life in business has its own kind of stereotypes, and everybody feels that there's one certain way to go about doing it, but it's about being bold and being confident and stepping out on your own and doing your own thing. So Defy Life, you know what I mean, and defying life, being defiant to what the norm, the routine, the standard is. That's what it's all about, man. And our music is a representation of that. You know, we're not out here trying to follow or be anything that anybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? We have our own sound. We have our own style. We like I said, man, the diversity is crazy, and there's no compromising the music. You know what I'm saying? So just being defiant with the way that we going about, attacking the music game, being defiant about how, we handling these business meetings, how we getting with people in the streets. Man, what y'all represent, man, y'all company name is definitely a representation of what we doing, which is being defiant, man. We definitely not going with the norm or the same old routine that's going on. We definitely, man, breaking down barriers and creating a lane of our own, man. So definitely shout out Defy Life, man. I like your word, man. That defiant movement, I'm completely with it, man.
Absolutely. Man. You can always tell whenever I present that question to somebody, I can always tell who gets it and who doesn't, and who lives it and who doesn't. And you guys absolutely get it and you live it. I can tell it. So keep defying life, man. I'm absolutely grateful to see people define life in their everyday and how they run their business, how they live their lives, how they raise their families. Keep defying life, man, because we need more of that. Final question, man, and this is totally on you. Just in case I missed anything, you can fill in the gaps for me. What else? Is there anything else you need? You need my people to know? You need anybody to know that I didn't mention?
Man, I'm working with all my producers. I'm working with man, C.H.A.N.C.E, Roses, my man Chuck Chan, my brother Corey Moffitt. He out in North Carolina, out there in Winston-Salem. Right. Corey Moffitt, my boy Eli Think a Lot, who did the crack. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He did the crack joint. Abe Ilson out in France. And right now we haven't been working a lot with him. He did a lot of work on the Black Seed. My brother Issa Banger, my man Glymph, he did a lot of work on the Black Seed and the Escovitch. He ain't work on none of the Fresh Out the Plastic, but the next joint's coming up. He will be working on some music with us.
Okay.
Word, just to continue, man, we got to shout, like I said, y'all, man, this is like a real exciting time for us because a lot of the music is just about to come out. So y'all really, people don't really even know what's about to come. But he mentioned, I got to shout out my man Q out in North Carolina. We did a show down there. He was at the show, sent him some fire beats. He's actually got a song on the upcoming album. Corey Moffitt, gotta shout out my man Moffitt, man. Like, yo, he from the town, like us. He definitely done blessed us with some bangers. We got a producer out in Iowa. You mentioned my man C.H.A.N.C.E. I gotta shout out my man LaChuzma. You know what I'm saying? Our people over in Columbia. I gotta shout out my man Dave up in Buffalo. He part of the team, direct part of the team. He holding it down. My man Kawazu got the banger Mad at Me. So, then we got, like I said, we them type of people, man, that like, yo, you could definitely come and plug with us in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you a producer and you got fire beats, you a dope artist, man, you a promoter, you a DJ, man, man, you an engineer, like any walk that you're doing in the industry, definitely come plug with us. And the big thing we got on the table now is, man, definitely though, go and make sure to check out that Crack Cocaine video, man. That's the single right now. This buzzing, you know, that's the single right now. It's the lead single off the Fresh Out the Plastic album. And so go check that video. Definitely go make sure to cop that single. You know, we appreciate the support, man. A lot of the stuff you can obviously stream for free. May not seem much, but the 99 cent, run to Spotify or any of major platforms and grab the single. And, man, I just promise you, like, it's early in 2020. We here in February. It's ironic, man. The All-Star game is this weekend, man. Y'all listening to some All-Stars, man. So, like, trust me, make sure to tag on and tap in, man, and just follow the music. I give you my word, like, we just scratching the surface, man, but we dropping this Fresh Out the Plastic album in February, and the rest of the year, all year long, we going to provide y'all with heat, with fire, so just be on the lookout for that.
Indie Grind, Big Reese. Big Reese got a big part of this. My man Marty T, Indie Grind, Crack Station Films, man.
Word. No doubt. Well, Chance, legend, absolutely been my pleasure having you guys on, man. Another episode of the Defy Life Spotlight. Thank you guys for joining me. You know, as I always say, to anybody I like interviewing, welcome back anytime. Just come in next time. You are not a guest. You grab your own beer out the fridge. I ain't getting it for you. So you are no longer a guest.
So we family now.
Yeah, I'm right. Absolutely. So, guys, thank you again.
Turn lemon to lemonade. That's why we define life. Turn lemon to lemonade. G.
Absolutely. We definitely got to do this again. So, you know, y'all get used to hearing these voices. They'll be back. Chance, it's absolutely my pleasure. I cannot wait to hear everything else you got to offer from Fresh Out the Plastic. And Legend, I can't wait to hear everything else you got coming up to follow that up, man. I'm excited for you guys.
Absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate you having us on. And like you said, man, we definitely will be back, and we going to keep building, man. We got to shout you out, like I said, man. We got to shout out Atlanta, where we at. We got to shout out New York, where we from, Buffalo to be exact. We got to shout out Winston-Salem. You know what I'm saying? You done took the movement down there, man. So keep building, man, and just tap us anytime, man. However we can help you continue to defy life on your end.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, guys, let everybody know where they can find you, social media, websites, all that stuff, man. So everybody can know where to find you.
You can go find me at Pagame C.H.A.N.C.E on Instagram, PAGAME on Instagram. Hit the link in the bio. It's gonna give you everything.
Right.
Yep, and for me right now, the easiest way to get a hold of me is on Twitter. My handle is at NFL Exporter. That's NFLEXPORTER. I got music pages coming soon, but until then, you can just plug me there. It's all the same, man. And definitely on the Instagram as well. The handle is UFX_LA. So that's UF like Frank X _LA. It's going to have the Ultimate Fantasy Experience logo up there, and you can tap it to us either way, man. Just link on to us, and like I said, we open, man. We real people, man. We down to earth. Just tap us, DM or whatever, and we looking to plug.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, guys, it's been real. I look forward to doing this again, and definitely after it drops in February, y'all welcome back so we can talk about it.
Okay, consider it done. I appreciate it, my G. Keep it 100.
No
Keep
doubt,
defying
man.
life.
Absolutely.
We're told that greatness is exceptional when it should be expected. You choose every day to live your life intentionally, without apology for how bright your light may shine. So go be great. Go be brilliant. Go be you. Go defy life. The Defy Life movement is one that speaks to each of us in its own way. Defy Life gear speaks to us all by reminding us that one size does not fit all. Visit defylifegear.com to get fitted for greatness.